The restaurant was packed when the old woman quietly walked through the doors, wearing a faded coat and carrying a small, worn handbag. Most people barely noticed her. But one waitress noticed everything. 20 minutes later, that waitress would lose her job because she chose to help a stranger instead of serving a demanding customer. She had no idea the woman she helped was the mother of one of the richest men in America. Before we begin, subscribe to Kindness Library, like this video, and leave a comment telling us what you would have done in her place. Sometimes, one small act of kindness can change two lives forever. It was a cold Friday evening in Chicago. The restaurant was crowded, noisy, and filled with people rushing through dinner before heading home. Behind the counter, 24-year-old Emma Carter moved from table to table. She had been working double shifts for weeks because she was trying to save enough money for her younger brother's college tuition. Her manager, Mr. Harris, was strict about one thing: never waste time on customers who were not ordering. Then an elderly woman entered. She looked nervous. Her gray hair was slightly messy, and her coat had clearly seen better days. She slowly walked to a corner table and sat down. Emma brought her a menu. "Good evening, ma'am. Take your time." The woman smiled weakly. "Thank you, sweetheart. I only need a cup of hot water." Emma paused. "Of course. Would you like some tea with it?" The woman looked embarrassed. "I don't have enough money for tea." Emma smiled. "Then the tea is on me." The woman stared at her. "You don't have to do that." "I know," Emma replied. "I want to." Emma brought her hot tea and a small plate of bread from the kitchen. The woman ate slowly. But after a few minutes, Emma noticed something strange. The woman's hands were shaking. "Are you okay?" The woman looked down. "I haven't eaten since yesterday morning." Emma's heart sank. Without thinking twice, she brought her a bowl of soup, chicken, vegetables, and warm bread. When Mr. Harris saw the food, his face turned red. "Emma! What are you doing? She hasn't eaten since yesterday." "Did she order all of this?" "No." "Then take it away." Emma looked at the old woman, then at her manager. "She needs food." Mr. Harris lowered his voice. "This is a business, Emma. We're not a charity." Emma swallowed. "I understand. But she's hungry. Take the food away or clock out." The restaurant suddenly felt silent to Emma. She looked at the frightened woman sitting alone. Then she made her choice. "I'll clock out." Mr. Harris pointed toward the door. "Then you're fired." Emma removed her apron. She walked over to the elderly woman and quietly placed the remaining food in front of her. "Please finish your meal." The woman grabbed Emma's hand. "Why would you risk your job for me?" Emma smiled through tears. "Because someday, I hope someone does the same for my family." Then Emma walked outside. She had lost her job. She had no idea what would happen next. The following morning, Emma received a phone call from an unknown number. "Is this Emma Carter?" "Yes." "My name is Daniel Reynolds." Emma froze. Daniel Reynolds was a billionaire businessman whose company owned hotels, restaurants, and several major food brands across the country. "I heard what happened last night." Emma's heart raced. "How?" Daniel's voice became quiet. "Because the woman you helped was my mother." Emma couldn't speak. Daniel continued. "My mother left the house yesterday without telling anyone. She wanted to see how people treated her when nobody knew who she was." Emma remembered the old woman's tired smile. Daniel said, "She called me last night. She told me about the waitress who gave her food, protected her, and lost her job because she refused to turn away a hungry person." Emma wiped her eyes. "I didn't know who she was." "I know," Daniel replied. That's why your kindness matters. A week later, Emma received an unexpected invitation. Daniel's mother was waiting for her. She hugged Emma tightly. "You treated me like a human being when you thought I had nothing." Emma smiled. "I would do it again." Daniel then offered Emma a management position at one of his restaurants, with better pay, benefits, and tuition assistance for her brother. But Emma asked for one condition. "What is it?" Daniel asked. "Please make sure your restaurants never turn away someone who is hungry." Daniel smiled. "Agreed." Years later, Emma became known inside the company for creating meal programs for struggling families and elderly people. She never forgot the night she lost her job. Because sometimes losing one opportunity opens the door to something far greater. The lesson was never about money. It was about character. Emma didn't help that old woman because she knew she was wealthy. She helped because the woman was hungry. And that is what makes kindness powerful. You never know who is watching. You never know whose life you are changing. But most importantly, kindness should never depend on what someone can give you in return. So the next time you see someone struggling, don't look away. Offer a meal. Hold a door. Listen for a minute. Give someone dignity. You might think your small act means nothing. To someone else, it might mean everything. Because the greatest reward for kindness is not money, fame, or recognition. It is knowing that, for one moment, you made someone's difficult day a little easier. And sometimes, that is more valuable than anything money can buy.